And welcome to the celebrated nightly news of Calaveras County. We thank you for stopping by on Hump Day.
Hump Day, happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day.
Yes.
Now, we normally on Hump Day we do a little bit of the local stuff, a little bit of national and stuff mixed in, because it's the one day Kim will let me talk about a little bit of stuff national. You want to change your look?
I'm going to change my look.
So you have your Twisted Oak.
Yeah, I have my
Twisted Oak shirt on. Yeah, Jeff style like the.
Yes. Did you
Twisted
see
Oak.
the wine that they had at the Copper Tasting called Pigsty?
Pigsty.
Only Jeff would think of that, and that was actually a pretty good idea.
Pigsty.
Pig, S-T-A-I.
Pig, and he says it's the what was it? The only label that Pep has his name on it.
Yes, exactly. Oh, did he tell you that?
Yeah, I think that was in the article that she wrote. So Pigsty is the only label that Twisted Oak does that has.
All right. Pretty cool. They had a good turnout at the Copperopolis tasting.
They did.
He had a picture of him with his rubber duck. Or his rubber chicken, not rubber duck. I don't know if he places rubber ducks in the bathtub. He probably can't even fit in the bathtub. Rubber chicken. And his bottle of Pigsty.
Of Pigsty?
Yes. Anyway.
We'll have to try some Pigsty.
Yes, we will. Well, that shouldn't be hard for you. You seem to live in it every day.
Yes, she seems to think that everything around me is constantly a pigsty all the time. So that should be my favorite.
What was that little boy on in the Charlie Brown show? The little boy that
Pigpen.
Pigpen, yes.
Yeah,
that's what you remind me of. You always have a turmoil of just kind of stuff everywhere, always around you.
And I've passed that on to our children.
Yes,
which is
not a good thing, because our boys tend to drop their clothes where they take them off, and drop their towels where they land, and things like that. And I speak to them every day about it. It doesn't seem to work.
Okay.
Alrighty. Anyway, off on the Pigsty subject.
And
we will be broadcasting the Bullfrogs on Friday
starting
night.
Friday night. Basketball. We're going to start off with Bullfrog basketball and start doing at least a game a week during the rest of the basketball seasons. They get into league play.
Yes.
So join us here starting at 7 p.m. on Friday night for some basketball.
Frog basketball. Sorry about that.
Frog hopping basketball.
And if you can't make it that evening, we will always have the replay up later for your viewing enjoyment.
Yes, we will. And also a little bit of kind of regional news today. This comes from the Tuolumne County side. Gottschalk's has filed for Chapter 11. So if it weren't bad enough that Mervyn's recently closed over there, but this one has a little bit of should have a little bit of a different ending, because one is they filed for Chapter 11 reorganization, where Mervyn's basically just filed Chapter, technically 7, just liquidation.
Yes.
And also part of their Chapter 11 filing today, they released that they received $125 million of debtor in possession financing, led by GE Capital. So they don't anticipate store closings. So it looks like they are still going to be.
That would be sad.
But obviously, Gottschalk. Excuse me. Gottschalk's is on the block. They are actively looking for a suitor to buy the company or a large stake in the company. But at this time, it doesn't look like there will be any store closings. Business as usual. Keep going forward.
Yes,
but they
that
did
really is a
file.
nice store there over there in the junction. That poor shopping center over there, boy. Is there going to be a grocery store going in?
Mm-hmm.
What?
The company that has the Marina grocery store in Stockton.
When has it started building it, or?
I believe they were going to start working on it right after starting now going forward. So
well, good. That's good news. We need some shopping.
An interesting thing is kind of the buzz
for clothes for kids
is if you hear about some of the retail sector troubles and you see some of the troubles that the build out in Amador County is having with some of the newer stuff over there in Martell. We've had rumors
Walmart's
of
doing
some.
Well, though, over there. I think
Walmart does everywhere. Yeah.
Yes.
But we've also had rumors of some of the other stores over in the Amador County that aren't doing well. Rumors of some
big stores.
Yeah.
Big box
Rumors of some other potential closings there. And the question has Calaveras County's lack of big box or lack of investment actually
been a smart move?
Because one thing is, let's say you have a because one of the rumors is on the Prospect Motors, the Amador Plaza stuff. One of these scenarios that we've heard rumor playing out that maybe to where if GMAC and GM does not let them reopen the whole thing, then they may actually keep the Toyota portion, move it to the old location in downtown Jackson. So they would still keep a Toyota function, but then you would have this huge auto complex over there that would basically just be just sitting there, empty. And so I guess that in an interesting, weird way, the maybe the lack of retail investment in Calaveras County now may actually be a good thing. Because we attended a Bear Valley Business Association meeting this morning that was held at the lodge in Bear Valley, and going over, and Martine Wittgenstein, the CEO of Bear Valley, was there, and also interesting thing, gave a report on the Hill. And interesting that Suki Tuthill, that works with the Calaveras Wine Grape Alliance and also with the Calaveras Visitors Bureau, talked a little bit about what some of the businesses in the area, what they had seen for their December numbers, and it kind of echoes some of the things that we have heard. Is that
Bear Valley's up?
Bear Valley is having one of their best winters so far in several years.
Yes.
Interesting thing, that the thing they're going to fight now is perception. Is perception, but Bear Valley's snow skiing wise is very good. In fact, they expect to have a big weekend, this Martin Luther King weekend. But interesting thing is, the thing they're fighting now is kind of ironic, is the skiing now is better in Bear Valley than it is at Lake Tahoe. Because
Why
Lake
is that?
Tahoe,
Wrinkles in my shirt.
Lake
Sorry.
Tahoe is technically
like 5 minutes to 10.
is lower.
You can tell. Sorry.
Is lower.
Lower. Wow. Okay.
So basically,
it must be all that promoting we're doing of Bear Valley.
Yeah, it must be it. That's got to be the reason. That's got to be the reason. It's got to be the reason.
Promoting Bear Valley, Bear Valley, Bear Valley.
And there's a reason for it.
Yes.
And people, and if you're come to our site and a lot of stuff, is like, man, there's a lot of Bear Valley stuff. One of the things is we're trying to talk to a larger audience, to the Bear Valley, to the Bay Area and Valley audience, to get them up here. And one of the reasons is we hope that some of the things where, come to think of the morning, Figaro's Pizza had a phenomenal holiday season.
They did. Okay, good.
They had to bring in some more staffing. Grounds in Murphy's was running double staffing.
Okay.
Some of the restaurants and everything else,
during
the retail, retail segment was still a little soft.
Slow. It didn't seem slow to me, though.
But the actual tourist side, lodging side, everything else the numbers did very, very well, which is good. So in some ways, in fact, some of the restaurants and stuff recorded some of their best numbers in years. So I think that in addition to skier days, one of the things is, it looks like the tourist side of the Calaveras County economy is plugging right along.
Good.
And one of the things we'll be talking about next week is on the 20th. This may have more of a business-to-business impact than actually to most consumers, but they're going to be holding a tourism roundtable at Ironstone on the afternoon of the 20th. Okay. So basically, they're going to have a lot of the people in brainstorming and how, what would make Calaveras County, and by extension Alpine County during the winter, a better tourist draw, better different things like that. Because the interesting thing is, some of the heavy retail sectors are floundering, but I think that our local economy here is positioned fairly well for day trips, for people coming up for, and a couple of things we talked to one of a vacation rental company, is what they were seeing is their bookings were consistent, or maybe even up a little tiny bit, but they were seeing shorter stays, so there was more churn.
There's still a lot of visitors, yes.
Yeah, so
churning more visitors, just not as long stays.
And also one of the things,
which could be a good thing too, right?
More total visitors. Yes. And one of the things that came up today from Mark Phillips, from the manager of the Bear Valley Lodge, was saying is that their midweek specials have been doing well.
Great.
As
that must
well.
Be our promoting again.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah,
it's coming from the pine tree.
Yeah, it's that ad that they're. Yeah. So anyway, but no, I think the locally in obviously it's just because it's in our coverage area.
Yes, it has to be. Things were great. Things were just very successful. Yes. Because we do our best to promote the area, don't we?
We try.
We do our darndest.
We try, but I thought that was kind of interesting little wrinkle, is that some of the harder core, with Gotcha, some of that harder interesting is they're not doing so well, as far as some of the retail sector, but we seem to be plugging along.
That's great. Yeah, every time we've been up to Bear Valley, it seems very crowded, very busy.
Yep.
This weekend, they've got lots of events going on up there. They have the fireworks.
All
Are
kinds
they going
of
to do
stuff.
the kids' parade again, the torchlight parade? Isn't that usually Martin Luther King?
Yeah, they usually do.
Yeah. Well, the kids that get to carry the... Have they discussed what they're going to use this year? Are they going to use real torches, or what are they going to be doing? Do you know? I think they did that one year, and that was a problem. And then they used the little hand stick, little glow sticks, but you couldn't see them. Let me see. Winter
so they
Explosion.
went back to the flares, huh?
On January 17th, once the sun goes down, we'll light up the sky. Join us for the Winter Explosion, an evening of fun for all ages. Game, show, and movie for the kids, and live music in the Monty Wolf Saloon. Be sure to make lodging and lesson reservations now as they book up fast for the holidays. So all of that is going on this weekend up at Bear Valley.
Yes,
the Winter Explosion. It's like that's it. This week is next week is National Safety Week. So anyway,
National Safety Week.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Did you know that?
So we need to be safe.
Yes.
And another little kind of things that are bucking the economic trend is we got an announcement today from the Stockton ports. Normally we don't see stuff.
No,
we don't do much.
No, we haven't been except from Stockton.
But I mean,
lately.
we have
We have viewers from over there.
We do quite a few.
Yes.
But this one has a Calaveras County tie-in.
Yes, it does.
Now, the Stockton Ports, the reigning champions of the California League, or they're a minor league baseball team if you're unfamiliar with the Stockton Ports, are expanding their staff, and one of their staffers is the director of finance is a former Calaveras County supervisor.
Okay.
So Terry Bailey, the organization's new director of finance, began her position with Stockton on November 12th. Bailey has served as a self-employed bookkeeper in addition to working as a campaign consultant with strategic research and a 2-term member of the Calaveras County Board of Supervisors. So once you've been a supervisor, you're now qualified to do almost anything.
Yes,
so anyway, Bailey holds a bachelor's degree in business from Humphreys and is a proud mother of 2. I love working for the Ports, Bailey says. The new ballpark is beautiful. Is a beautiful atmosphere to work in, and the employees are all helpful and energetic about their jobs as well as the game of baseball.
Okay.
So,
speaking of Board of Soups, how was the meeting yesterday?
Short.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be short.
Yeah.
It was a couple hours long, over by about 11:30?
Yep, and we have the full video if you would like to watch the play-by-play attached with the agenda. So if you
it wasn't as exciting as last week? No.
Nah, it wasn't. Didn't have.
What were some of the big agenda items they discussed?
Oh, there was a few little items going forward.
Seems like it's been forever already.
And it was all yesterday.
Yeah.
So anyway,
isn't that amazing? When you do news, you deal with so many topics every day that you sometimes. Oh, they got all the new.
Committee assignments.
There
weren't going to be too many changes.
Oh, really? Okay. So they're all going to keep the same
most
positions?
Of the ones most of the ones Todd Finelli inherited. Most of the ones that Bill Claudino was on. There was going to be some minor shifts of people, but mostly. But
weren't there people that were under the supervisors that were elected for committees? No.
Yeah. Well, I mean they. For their there's lots of different. One of the things is the meeting before they kept the planning commissioners.
Oh, okay.
So the planning commissioners,
I wasn't there, so I don't know.
In fact, Gary Toffinelli returned the one from his district back to the same as the one was for Claudino, and that was previous last week. So in most of these,
they talk code compliance. Looks like
there was a couple code compliance cases and that kind of stuff, but
pretty light agenda.
Pretty light agenda, and after the 5+ hour one and there is not a meeting next week. So there's not a Board of Supervisors meeting next week. They have the week off.
Okay, is that the 5th Tuesday next week already?
No. They're just,
They're just going to be lazy and just not come in. Yeah.
No.
I don't think so.
But anyway, there is a planning commission meeting tomorrow
morning.
It is very
light agenda.
The Ventana LLC and the Ridge at Trinitas public hearings have been continued until February 19th. And there's just one little item on the agenda.
Let me see, a nursery project in Copperopolis. Let me see here. Public hearing for Laura Sternick, who is an applicant requesting a zoning. Now that last name sounds very familiar.
Mm-hmm.
A last name. The applicant is requesting a zoning amendment to change the existing zoning from unclassified to C2, which is general commercial, for the purposes of operating a landscaping and nursery business with on-site retail plant sales located at 318 Main Street, 1/3 mile southeast of Highway 4 in Copperopolis. And that is all that is on the agenda tomorrow.
That's it?
That's it.
So it's a green agenda.
Yes, it's a very green and light agenda.
And also tonight is going on, just for actually probably just finished up, is a Parks and Rec meeting in Murphy's, and we'll be getting and we'll follow up on that tomorrow and get you some of the details and some of the outcome of the meeting there. But Parks and Rec.
Yes, they were looking for community input. So let me see. Let's move on here. Relay for Life team captain meeting tomorrow evening. It's the first meeting for
already
Relay for Life,
tomorrow night,
where everybody that wants to be a team captain will gather tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Sure, that's being held at John Juneau.
For probably at the Bret Harte
library.
Those are typically in the library.
Okay.
In Bret Harte.
From 6 to 7 p.m. If you'd like information on that, you can visit relayforlife.org/Calaveras County CA, or email Stephanie, Eric, and we have the email address and phone number information there for you on the calendar. And that takes place tomorrow night at 6 p.m. We also have a cheese tasting. This is a Lavender Ridge cheese tasting series, I believe, that they're going to be doing. Lavender Ridge Winery. Lavender Ridge Vineyards will be hosting a series of cheese tastings with Judy Crichton. Judy is a cheese instructor at Cheese School of San Francisco, an American Cheese Society judge. Let me see. They will be having...
Are we going to have a cheese columnist?
You could probably write a cheese column since that's your favorite food. Let me see. Macaroni and cheese, grilled cheese, cheese omelets, anything with cheese. You would be the... because the Calaveras Enterprise has a cheese columnist.
Isn't she the cheese columnist?
Yes, she's a cheese columnist for the Calaveras Enterprise. Now, John, you would be the perfect candidate for a cheese columnist because you love cheese. That's your very favorite thing in the whole... Isn't it?
Cheese?
Everything you order usually... Let me see. Cheese pizza, cheese omelet, macaroni and cheese. What am I forgetting? Grilled cheese. So, there you go. Location is going to be the Lavender Ridge Tasting Room, 425A, Main Street in Murphy's. Each tasting menu is a meal including 8 cheeses paired with wines, fruits, nuts, and handcrafted salametto, chutney, preserves, olives, quince paste, fig cake paired with Lavender Ridge Vineyard wines.
Very nice.
Yes, so there are two classes, one on January 15th, and the second one will be held on February 11th. Very nice.
Very nice. And also, if UFO hunters have been coming to the Mother Lode, they're actually over in Sonora now, working for
I saw that.
Working for the History Channel's UFO Hunters, and this ties into cheese because sometimes your dietary depends on what you dream about. So you may actually only be thinking that you're seeing UFOs when in fact it was just the Gouda talking. No?
Okay. You don't even eat Gouda.
Well, I mean, or some of those other stinky cheeses. Like
you don't like the stinky cheeses. You like the good old American cheese.
Velveeta.
The worst.
Yeah, it's
horrible
just...
cheese that I will refuse to buy, but John always sneaks it in the cart, right?
Yes.
Okay, anyway.
All right, but I guess there is a lot of paranormal activity, UFO activity here that's recorded in the area. So
in Tuolumne County?
And Calaveras.
What kind of UFO activity?
Unidentified flying objects, just stuff, little stuff up there that's unexplained. So
okay, and it's only taking place in our area, huh? So there's been some UFO sightings, or what?
A lot of cheese eating.
What? So they've been dreaming, eating cheese before they go to bed, and they think they're seeing UFOs?
Just kidding.
Is that what you're saying?
That was my angle on
it.
But,
is that why you didn't write anything on it?
What?
Do you not believe in UFOs?
Oh, I'm sure I'm sure they're out there, and I'm sure now after this I'll probably see one tomorrow night, and I'll be convinced. But
anyway, the Calaveras County Animal Shelter is going to be holding an event, kind of a special event, on January 24th. Change a Pet's Life Day. being offered at the Calaveras Animal Shelter. Hill's Science Diet presents Change a Pet's Life Day, January 24th from 9 to 1 p.m. at the Calaveras County Animal Shelter. Hill's Foods, the producers of Science Diet, is sponsoring a special adoption day at participating animal shelters. Hill's Foods will pay the participating shelter $80 for the first 10 animal adoptions that occur on January 24th. That means the first 10 adoptions are free to the adopters. Wow, very cool. If you have any questions, you can call the Calaveras County Animal Service at 754-6509. Kind of a cool thing for those animals out there.
And a little bit on national news. One of the big things I think today on the business front is Apple CEO Steve Jobs has announced he's taking a leave of absence for health reasons until June.
Okay, I didn't notice that. Right.
And he is,
he had said he had a
hasn't mentioned
ailment,
nothing.
Right?
Mentioned nothing about the reoccurrence of cancer or anything like that. But obviously, with he's not in great health. So it's kind of it's kind of the big, and also on the celebrity front, Ricardo Montalban passed away today.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, rich Corinthian leather.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you remember in the 70s, he was, he's obviously Fantasy Island, some of the Star Trek movies.
Did you used to watch Star Trek when you were a kid?
The movies, not on the show. Use the Star Trek.
Did you watch Star Trek?
Not much, really.
Ranger
I wasn't really much of a Trekkie.
Our oldest says
wasn't much of a Trekkie.
I don't know if that's true or not. Anyway, some more on a local front while I'll talk for just a moment. GABA installed their new board for 2009. On January 12th, 2009, let me see. We have Linda Baker, new Vice President, Mark Lester, Sitting Director, Ray Sutliff, Sitting Director, Gene Turpin, new President, Sandy Roberts, our Secretary-Treasurer, and Rod Smith, Fledging Director. Not pictured are Sid Marsh, Fledging Director, and Alice Rodriguez, Sitting Director.
Very nice.
Congratulations to all. That is a whole new board there.
And you know who's conspicuously absent? Marla is, because she's been trying to get off that board.
But she is like the her email address, Marla Gaba.
Yeah, I think she changed it, but
she can't get off that board. She's so good at it that nobody wants her to leave, right?
And also,
Mr. Bruce.
Yes, Bruce Tallickson.
Is he gone now? Is he no longer on the board?
He looks like he was trying to because they were worried that without he and Marla on there, it was going to disappear. But
yes, it does say that they do have some new plans for the Greater Arnold Business Association. Let me see what it says. The new board is excited about making some changes to benefit the marketing of the Greater Arnold area, including a few more cohesive binding of the businesses and a unified vision. There will be a general membership meeting in March at Tallahan's Cafe where they will be presenting their goals. Visit the GABA website for more information at www.greaterarnold.org and expect a new and revitalized GABA.
Now, one of those things is, it's still not too far after New Year's, and you're looking at New Year's resolutions, right? Now, it's apparently, I guess, according to a recent study, that surgeons could save lives by using a checklist.
Okay.
So, for those New Year's resolution checklists, surgeons could save lives in $20 billion a year using a checklist.
All right.
So, even if you're really bright and really skilled like a surgeon, you can still use a checklist.
Wow. Okay.
So, 8 hospitals reduced the number of deaths from surgery by more than 40% by using a checklist that helps doctors and nurses avoid errors.
All right.
So, basically, the things like don't leave hemostats in the stomach, remove car keys, different...
Okay. Did you see this Kids in Jenny's Kitchen I put up from last year?
I did.
This is one that I put up again because it's getting close to Super Bowl Sunday. We have a recipe with our boys a year ago, actually, with Jenny Baxter, and boy, do they look different. Don't they? Look how young they look. We have a recipe for ranch dip and how to teach the kids how to make the ranch dip for Super Bowl Sunday. Look at them. Grayson looks like a little toddler, and Granger looks so different. Looks so much younger. So anyway, so that's there for if anybody would like to take a look at that.
And also on
Go ahead,
a
John.
completely
Go back to your national news.
unrelated note, no, I think
Not a lot of local news.
No, the interesting thing is that, and this thing is, if you've been following the national news, you notice there's been a salmonella outbreak and recall related to peanut butter.
Oh no!
And
another one of John's favorites.
Yes, cheese and peanut butter.
He came home from the grocery store with like two jars of peanut butter. I'm like, why? Why? I hate when he goes to the grocery store because you come home with unnecessary items.
Big Trees had.
Oh, it was on sale.
2 for.
Okay, I was wondering why we had 2 more
sale.
jars of Jiffy.
It was a 2-fer. So
okay.
Anyway,
usually it's macaroni and cheese, peanut butter, rice. When John goes to the grocery store, you know the basics. Diet Coke.
The interesting is 5 have died nationally from a salmonella outbreak.
From peanut butter.
From peanut butter.
It's not Jiffy, is it?
No, it's not.
Is that why it was on sale? I'm just kidding.
No. All right, here we go. The Lynchburg, Virginia-based Peanut Corporation of America issued a voluntary recall late Tuesday for 21 lots of peanut made at its plant in Blakelyville, Georgia, on or after July 1. Austin and Keebler peanut crackers, some of the different things.
Wow.
Most of this has been used as
those Keebler peanut butter cookies are good. Have you ever had those?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Parnell's Pride and King Nut. Those are the brands.
Those are the brands. Okay, well, thank goodness it's not Jiffy.
And on that note, have a good night, and we'll see you back tomorrow.
Good night.